I walk through space and run through time. I visit corners of my mind and then come down and talk to you. I know it's hard at times to unwind, but here's a place I hope you find. A light inside and shine with woo. Just a few of us. We gon' make it if we climb. Just a few of us. Just a few of us. If everybody can't go, that means it's only gonna be just a few of us. You hear me? Stillness, abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. If everybody can't go, that means it's only gonna be a few of us. And in order to know what a human go through, some of us had to come here and get through what a human go through. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. I hope everybody in the highest place possible. For me, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling marvelous, I'm feeling wonderful, I'm feeling exuberant. Exuberant. If you don't know what that means, go look it up. It's always positive to learn something new every day, you know, especially about yourself. You hear me? Where will we begin today? Ain't no better place to begin but with myself. So if you're here, let's begin with you as I begin with me. See, when you're the best company you can have, the outside world start to have less and less influence on you. Or when you find yourself being at your best in your own company, it's little that the world can do to draw your interest. It starts losing its grip. So I spend a lot of time inside my mind. If you listen to the words of the song that I sang in the opening, it'll tell you that I spend a lot of time in my mind. Now that don't make me no different than nobody else, because we all spend a lot of time in our mind. But what type of time are we spending when we there? Because we in our mind all the time. We can't escape it. Everything is mental. So whatever affects us, it has to be processed through the nervous systems and all the specified mechanisms within the human body, and comes to our registry. So if your mind is not able to receive the impulses or stimuli that is taking place according to what's occurring to your physical body or other senses, then you have no idea that anything is happening at all. Somebody walk with me, you hear me? But I say that to say, I can't find you in the store. So within 1,000 probability that you can't find me in the store. So if you're here, make it count. Pay attention. By the time this video over, make sure that you continue to do whatever you were doing prior to coming to this video. You walking away learning something. You walking away with some tools or with a jewel that I have dropped that can help you chip off some more old portions of yourself. You hear me? Because you can't find this in the store. When it comes to anything that you see here, because I have messages on shirts, I do a lot of hand gestures to further communicate what I may be talking about, you know. And when it comes to anything that you may hear here, nothing you hear here or nothing you see here will matter if you're not paying attention. And I can assure you, if you're not listening, you will miss it. And you may have to rewind. Self-improvement, self-love, self-care, self-esteem, self-worth, self-confidence, self-respect, self-awareness, self-priority, self-talk, self-art, self-speech, self-sight, self-honesty, self-connection, self-image, self-reflection, self-work, self-enjoyment, meaning just being in your own company. Oh, that sounds selfish, don't it? Probably, and it would if you're on the wrong side of it. You hear me? Self-forgiveness. How about that one? Self-forgiveness. Self-transformation. It sounds real selfish, don't it? It would if you're on the other side of it. But otherwise, the question is, what is your life like? Those are words that are empowering. Those are words that are inspiring. Those are words that are motivating. Now, on the other side of those words, they got opposites. See? But we're going to use the opposites, so we're going to use the negatives without having to put it in the universe. What's your life like? See, these words are words that will say what's your life like or what it ain't. You hear me? What's your life like or what it ain't? Where are you at with yourself, in other words? Especially when it comes to your soul food, because those are words that are the ingredients to our soul food. If you don't believe me, go back and rewind. It'll make sense. Where are you at with yourself when it comes to your soul food, your spirit nutrition, or your feelings? Where are you at with your feelings? Because that's your soul food. You know, we nourish our spirit through our emotions, through our feelings. And it's often neglected due to externalizing what we internalizing. If you don't listen, you're going to miss it, and you may need to rewind it. See, our spiritual nutrition is often neglected due to externalizing what we internalizing. But you got to have a good emotional diet. You know, we all like to eat how we like to eat, but how well are we with our emotional diet? What type of ingredients do we cook our food with, our soul food, when it comes to our emotional diet? Because that's important too. That's more important than physical food to me. You hear me? Because if my emotions ain't right, I don't care what you put in front of me. Somebody know what I'm talking about. You hear me? You know how many people eat good but got piss poor attitude, so they literally sick? It's another important reason why we gotta have a good emotional diet. Because we couldn't imagine what toxic, low vibrational, negative emotions do to the human body. It's those toxic ass emotions that we at times think empower us, that give us a false identity about ourselves too. You know, make us feel justified to be the same way that we always been. You hear me? It be the same, those toxic ass emotions be the same culprits behind many sickness and diseases. But the doctors ain't gonna tell us that. Why would they? If you know happiness, if you knew joy, if you knew wishing others well, if you knew gratitude, if you knew thankfulness, if you knew appreciation, if you knew consideration, if you knew courtesy, if you knew integrity, if you knew having morale could help benefit your health, and more than not, prolong or extend your life, why would they tell you? Don't worry, be happy. Bobby McFerrin put it in the song. Don't worry, be happy. And all the above. You hear me? Somebody listening. Anger causes more cancer in the body than cancer causes cancer in the body. Is somebody listening? Where are we at with ourselves? Pay attention to the thoughts operating out of your lower nature before it gets built up into your emotional nature. Because when it gets in your emotional nature, it's already active in your physical body. If life what we make it, if you want to paint a pretty picture, make your life an art. Start with your mind and make your life an art. Everybody will see the work. See, I could have covered up what I brought with me. Or let me say it like this. I could have covered up what I brought with me too. And I did some covering up during a portion of my life. I did some hiding. You know, I did some masking. You know. But today, no matter how high, vibratory, frequency, resonant, I try to remain at all times. I'm a human too. And I say that to say this. I could have covered up what I brought with me, what I came here with, what I was born with, what I experienced just growing up. But instead of throwing away all the parts of myself and trying to become something else, to be lenient with it, or somebody else, I took all I came with and aimed to become a more whole and balanced person, or this more whole and balanced person that you see today. But I ain't always been this dude that you see today. You hear me? The good, the not so good, the known, the unknown, the dark, the ugly, the wicked, all of it, all the shadowy stuff. My point is, we gotta embrace all the parts of ourselves, family. Self-acceptance is one of the pure forms of freedom. And no matter what we gotta look at and what it show us, the power also there to embrace it and do what it show you that we need to do. Translation, the journey don't have a finish line. It's always gonna be work to do, you know? And one day, the work, if we live long enough, one day the work gonna be just living to see another one, and just living to see another one, and just living to see another one. You hear me? Exploring the inner self is a very uncomfortable initiation. And I say this because I've always been a spiritual person. And those that know me can vouch that, not that I need validation, but exploring the inner self is an uncomfortable journey for spiritual people. So I know what it's like for people who not. And I wouldn't even want to imagine what they're going through by not having that type of contact. You hear me? how they may be affected. But shadow work is important because it reveals why we do what we do. I want to repeat again. It reveals what drives us. Self-reflection is important because self-reflection involves having an honest talk with ourselves. It means looking at the parts of ourselves within, even at the parts that we usually like to hide. The fears, the doubts, the uncertainties, the strong feelings, the strong convictions, and being okay with it. See, it's not about being perfect. It's just about being complete. So let that be a reminder to somebody, and let that be an eye-opener to another. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Thanks for the likes, the unlikes, the shares. Get your boy in the algorithm. I appreciate y'all that do. Thanks for the purchases. Thanks for the donations. Thanks for the love offers. My cash app is $SAIWOODAGOD. Thank you for being you and allowing me the moment to be me. It's an honor to be here. Peace, family.